Hey, it's Regina the Queen of Car Loans. On today's video, I want to discuss 5 different ways to get rid of negative equity. So you're probably saying to yourself, Regina, what is negative equity? Well, let me tell you the definition of negative equity. A negative equity is when you trade in a car and you owe more on your car than what it is worth. So think about this. Buy a car, the minute you drive off the lot with a vehicle, you have what you call, or what we call, depreciation. Depreciation means that as soon as that car drives over the curb and gets on the street, whether it's the main street, side street, it doesn't matter. The minute you sign your paperwork and you leave the dealership, depreciation starts right there. But when you trade your car in and you owe more on the car than what it's worth, we call that negative equity. I'm going to give you an example. Picture this. You owe $10,000. It's only appraised at $8,000. So you have $2,000 in negative equity. $2,000 that has to go someplace. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to get rid of negative equity. One is you can trade your car in and write the check for $2,000. Now, you say, Regina, what do you mean write a check? Well, I'm going to tell you. When you go to the dealership, you get your car appraised. Again, they say it's worth $8,000 and you owe $10,000. Well, one thing what you can do is you can stroke that check, write that check out to the dealership or to the financing company that you owe your loan at for the $2,000 so that your loan can be paid off. The reason you want to write that check is that $2,000 won't follow you to your next loan. It won't go on to your next loan. In most cases, a dealership is going to want you to make that $2,000 check out to the dealership. The reason is because they're going to have to put the other $8,000 of what you owe with the $2,000. So they're going to have to put both together. And then sometimes when you're financing a car, your new finance company might want proof of that loan being paid off. And if you write the finance company a check and that check bounces, guess what? The dealership will have a problem with your new loan because they won't have proof that your car is being paid off. Number 2, when you trade your car in, you can roll that $2,000 over to your next vehicle. What happens in this case is you're going to pay more on your car than what it's worth by rolling that $2,000 onto your next car. So that's another way. And in some cases, that's what most people do when they're not able to write a check. Another thing what a person could do is they can lease a vehicle. Now, I only recommend that you do a lease only if you know that you don't go that many miles a year. So if you lease that vehicle and you got $2,000 negative equity, it's easy to roll it over to a lease. So $2,000 rolled over to another vehicle is really not a lot of money when it comes to a lease. So that's another way. 4th way is you can keep your vehicle during the entire process of the loan. Meaning that you can keep your loan from the first payment all the way until that loan balance is paid off. If you are the person that keeps your vehicle and you don't believe in trading, then you don't have to worry about the negative equity. Why? It's because you're going to pay the car off. In your mind, you're going to pay the car off. Another way is when you trade that vehicle in and you're purchasing that vehicle, make sure or ask the salesperson or the finance manager about gap insurance. Because again, if you're rolling that $2,000 or if it's $4,000, $5,000, no matter what it is, remember, when that vehicle goes over the curb, it's depreciation. If that vehicle is totaled during the process when you're purchasing that car, when you're financing it, Gap insurance will pay the car off if the car is deemed a total loss. Once that car is paid off and you're financing it, Gap goes away. Gap only protects you when you're financing the car. The lender is protecting themselves. I gave you the best ways to get rid of negative equity. 1, trade in your car and write a check. 2, trade in your car at the dealership. And when you lease that vehicle, think about the miles. Number 3, keep that car during the entire process. Number 4, trade that car into the dealership and roll the negative equity. And the 5th one that I absolutely forgot about, the 5th one is when you trade that car in, go get a secured loan at the credit union. And when I said secured loan, I didn't say a secured credit card. I said it's a secured loan. Get a secured loan. So therefore you can take that money and go give it to the dealership where you won't be what? You won't be financing any of that negative. So I hope this video helped, because trading in a vehicle, when you have negative equity, you want to know your options. It's all about options. You decide how you want to do it. You know what? Let me give you an extra tip. I'm getting excited. And I'll save that one for the next video. That's what I'll do. All right, thanks for watching. If this video was helpful to you, put some comments in the bottom of this video. Share this video, because I'm always sharing information. Because I'm Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, been in the business for 23 years, and I like sharing knowledge and information, helping out my customers, making them think before they make a major decision.